we have arrived. Today on the agenda, I have some bottoms up front squats, which I'm excited to show you guys. Cleans, hang cleans, front squats, a lot of leg stuff, and then I'm gonna do the class workout, the second WOD portion with the 10 a.m. class. So I think what I'm gonna do for this stuff is do a voiceover, because I haven't done a voiceover in a while, and kind of explain like the thought process behind my training and what's for what. Because it's fun to do like cool edits and everything, but there is actually a purpose to the things that I do in training, and I think it's important to share that with you guys. So I will do that today, and it is a very, very dreary day today. Welcome to the video, and let's get to it. What's up, guys? Welcome to the voiceover portion of today's video. I wanted to kind of start from the beginning with my warm-up routine for squats, and honestly I kind of just do whatever feels good. I do a lot of hip openers. Here I'm just in a deep squat position, twisting up into the sky with each arm, and then I go ahead and like grab one ankle with one side and push my hip out with the other, kind of just like feeling what feels extra tight, doing a couple extra reps. I don't have like a specific warm-up routine. I think it kind of varies on how I'm feeling that day, what's more tight, and I just make sure that I'm going through like the full range of motion with the squats and trying to stay moving with my warm-up instead of just static stretching. Find that if I static stretch too much before squatting or even snatching, I just don't feel as mobile during the movement. So I like to do a lot of like active warm-up, if that makes sense, like what you're seeing here, where I'm using my abductors and externally rotating my hips, and then I'll go internally as well, and I'll do like 5 to 10 reps on each side. Again, nothing too like strict or routine, just going with the flow and seeing how I feel. So after I'm done with my hip circles, I'm actually going to grab my hip circle band from Slingshot, and the purpose of this band is like a really strong resistance against your abductors and external rotators for your hips. Basically just kind of activates those muscles as well as your glutes, which for someone like me is awesome because I have a hard time turning my glutes on and my hip flexors off, especially when squatting. So I get a lot of tight pains in my hip flexors, and this basically just forces you to really turn on those hip abductors, your glutes, and it's just like a really great warm-up and activator for any type of squatting, snatching, or just deep into the squat position. Just going to finish up with some thoracic rotations, which I showed you guys in my full mobility routine video. If you didn't see that, I'll go ahead and leave the link to that in the description box below. But these are one of my favorite movements to do, especially because I have scoliosis. I just really feel such an awesome stretch throughout my middle back, which essentially is what's keeping your torso upright during an anterior loaded movement like the front squat, where obviously, you know, the weights are on the front of your body. So the reverse side, or your posterior, is what's going to prevent your spine from rounding forward. So by opening up the thoracic a bit, you're going to take some of the strain off of your lower back, and it also improves your lung capacity for when you're taking those deep breaths before going into heavy squats. All around, just a great mobility tool to use. Highly recommend it, especially before something like front squats or snatches, but it definitely is my favorite. So now we're going to get into the lifting. So the first thing on my programming today is bottoms up front squats, dead stop front squats, whatever you want to call them. They suck, and I will tell you why. So as you'll see, they are set up on blocks. I had to add a couple of weights just to give myself a little bit of extra room, but you're starting the front squat from the very bottom position. And what this translates over into is, like for the clean and jerk, when you're getting close to your max or maxing out, a lot of times we do something called a double bounce, where you're using the momentum of the caught clean in order to ride the bar up. So doing it from a dead stop with absolutely no momentum, it kind of forces your body to activate different muscles, and it's a lot more difficult than you would think. Really stressful, and it's just a great movement to implement, especially if you have trouble getting out of a clean. I know for me personally, when I catch a heavy clean, I do the double bounce, so this is kind of just teaching my body to use that pure strength instead of momentum. I had to work up to 5 sets of 3, starting at 120 and increasing every time. So here I believe is 130 or 140. And just to give you guys an idea, my front squat max is 190, and this at 130 or 140, whatever it was, felt so heavy. I mean, granted, the volume is higher, but even just like what 130 usually feels like in a clean and jerk or a front squat where you bounce up out of the hole, just this dead stop position really makes it feel 10 times heavier. All right, moving along to this next complex, which I absolutely hated. It is 3 cleans, 3 hang cleans, and 3 front squats. So basically, goodbye quads. And this was only 105, my first set here, and I had 5 sets to do starting at 105 and increasing as I could. And I'm telling you, this felt so heavy. I guess maybe just because of the dead stop front squats right before, but oh my Lord, I was like, when I got to the front squats, I'm like, why does this feel like 175 pounds? But this is good to have some volume training. My coach likes to mix up some like heavy work like you guys just saw, and then kind of like a more higher volume complex like this. That definitely got my heart rate up. So I'm not gonna show you guys all 5 sets because that'd be super boring, but this is just the complex that I had right after the front squats. And the last portion of my strength programming today was just to work up to a heavy weighted mixed grip pull-up. And so I just started with 25-pound kettlebell and then 30, and then this one right here was 35. Had a little bit of a kick at the end, but it was still pretty strict. And then I tried for the 40-pound kettlebell, but it just was not happening. I got kind of stuck halfway up, but that was a match of a PR. I still cannot get 40-pound kettlebell though. I just have always been stuck at 35 pounds. So hopefully one day I'll break through that, but it will get there. It's close. And the very last thing I did was the class workout. Like I mentioned, I was going to do the part B WOD. I'll pop it up on the screen because I don't even remember at this point what it was. But I will stop talking now because I've been talking for like 5 minutes, and I will just let this footage play so you guys can see. It's a pretty fun workout. I enjoyed it. I like workouts like this that are 4 rounders and things like that. So I will go ahead and put it on the screen and let you guys watch. Troy gave me samples of the salted caramel peanut butter cup flavor of Nutri-Key. We're gonna do a taste test today. 85 grams of banana. I'm gonna put some oats in there today. Ooh, it smells really good. I am out of almond milk, of course. I usually am never out of almond milk, but the one time. I'm just gonna throw a little peanut butter in there to combat the not creaminess that I have going on here. All right, 11 is fine. Super thin because there's no milk, but that's okay. First taste test. Very good. First taste test is a go. Love the flavor. Good morning. I have not even put on clothes yet. I am literally going to Publix in my pajamas, hoping that if I go early, there won't be like a lot of people to notice that I'm vlogging. Today is Thursday, and I think I mentioned to you guys in a previous video that I alternate my days of training. So last week I had 6 days, and this week I have 5, and that means today is a rest day. I'll probably just do some like ROM WOD later, some stretching and mobilization, but no active rest day for me today. And to be honest, I'm really happy about it. I'm looking forward to it. My body is feeling a little bit beat up this week, more so than the others for some reason, and sometimes that just happens, which means that my carbs are significantly lower than they are on a high volume day. And so something that I do to kind of help that so I'm not so hungry at the end of the day, because obviously my days are super long. You know, I get up early and I go to bed around like 11, so when I have a lot less carbs to work with, I don't want to feel hungry by the end of the night and run out of carbs. So two things that I always do is I start the morning with my whole thing of coffee, and I'd have that first before my breakfast. So I don't know if you want to call it intermittent fasting. I don't make myself hungry, but this coffee kind of like fills me up for a while until I'm ready to eat my breakfast. So this is like 450 milliliters of coffee, of the unsweetened Starbucks iced coffee, and then 30 milliliters of Silk Almond Milk Vanilla and Silk Almond Milk Hazelnut, topped with a little bit of dairy-free whipped cream and the cinnamon sugar, and that's like my go-to coffee. It is so delicious. Macros are okay. The creamer has a little bit of carbs in it, but I sacrifice my carbs for creamer because I just love coffee so much. So I'm gonna drink this for like probably an hour or so, and then I won't actually have my breakfast until like 10 or so, as opposed to usually I have it around 7:30 or 8. So I kind of push my breakfast back a little bit, and I recommend that to you guys if you have lower carb rest days. And then the second thing I always recommend is high volume foods, obviously. So like cauliflower rice, things like that that will fill you up but not necessarily waste all your macros. So let's go into Publix and get some of those things, and hopefully I don't get kicked out for vlogging. So I just did my hair, put it in a ponytail. I think I'm just gonna wear this pajama shirt with red leggings. Since I just bought that new stuff, I figured I would show you guys what's going on in my fridge now. Not that it's really any different than what's going on in my fridge usually, but just because I know, like I told you guys in the last video, like we love to see how people eat. We love to see what's in other people's fridges. So up on the top shelf, I have all of my almond milks, cashew milks, almond creamers, sugar-free maple syrup. My Starbucks unsweetened coffee is back there, like the queen of almond milk. That's just all like drinks and creamers. And then on this shelf, we have the diced tomatoes for scrambles, Southwest guacamole, regular guacamole, some pasta sauces from Jeff and Troy back there, cottage cheese doubles, some rice. Oh, this is Brittany's yogurt. She left it at my house. Brittany, I'm gonna eat that. Some asparagus. A lot of people say they don't like to eat reheated asparagus, and I agree with you, so I just do this. I leave them fresh and I only cook them one batch at a time. And then eggs, of course. We've got some romaine lettuce, the coconut date rolls, Greek yogurts, some coconut waters back there, some cream cheese for my English muffins. And then down here we have the meats. This is beef, this is chicken, some mushrooms, and then this is for Tucker for his dry food. It's just like some broth. And then in here I just have like vegetables and things like that, like the cauliflower, the carrots, some tuna cups. These little tuna cups. These are great for like if you're in a rush and you need to get some protein in. I want to say, this doesn't have the label on it because it was in a pack, but I think these are like 14 grams of protein and like 1 fat, no carb. They're great for on the go. And just drinks down there. And then of course just condiments, but most of these are Jeff and Troy's. The only things that's mine is like the mustard, the fat-free whipped cream, the Cholula sauce, some lemon, and then butter spray, the usual. Oh, and of course the Reese's. We talk about that every time, right, Tux? So that is what's going on in my fridge. Cooking up some stuff now, and then I gotta go work on some clients, so I'm gonna end this video here. It's funny, like sometimes I have like difficulty thinking about what I'm gonna vlog, and I feel like the video has nothing to it, and then other times I'm like, okay, this video is getting way too long. Like my last one was 17 minutes. Do you guys enjoy that? Definitely let me know in the comments below. What do you think is like the perfect time for a vlog? I think anything over 15 minutes is too much, but I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys watch my video while you're doing cardio? Like, tell me what you think. But I'm gonna end this one here because I know this is getting long. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm excited to show you the next one. Thank you as always so very much for watching and giving the video a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.